Hello YouTubers, it's Travis and we're back for another Innistrad Midnight Hunt draft on MTG Arena with a little difference here. What you're going to see today is actually a pod draft with other streamers, which is part of a tournament that Just Lola Man, aka Luca, is putting together on Twitch. So I recorded this. We're going to draft on the MTGA draft app, and then we're going to play the games on Arena. So this is a competitive draft, and we're going to be playing against the people that we've drafted with. In my pod is Lord Tupperware, Alias V, Just Lola Man, Scott Iannata, Court of Calls, Ben Stark, myself, and Raphael Levy. So we've got some good drafters here. And I think it's a great place to showcase some of the differences between pod drafting and just kind of drafting on MTG Arena for fun. And I'm kind of going on a personal crusade against open deck lists and limited tournaments, but you'll hear me talk about that some in the video as well. I hope you enjoy, and let me know what you think of content like this, because there could be more of it in the future. All right, enjoy. All right, pack one, pick une. We have a sludge monster and not much else. What am I passing to Ben Stark, and what is he going to take? I would guess the Liberator or the Guard. We're going to really need to read some signals here. So the big ones are going to be, I know that Ethan and Raphael Levy understand signaling and how to send things. I also know Ben and Alex will be looking to read them. Now, Alex is a bit more of a best of one drafter, so likely to be trying to do something more aggressive. He may very well be able to flip that switch. I don't know, but I know most of the content that I see from him is best of one related. So I'm kind of thinking he's going to be on aggro. We'll see how it plays out, though. It's a pretty easy sludge monster for us, though, to start things off with. Yeah, you can see the names up here. So Raph, that's Raph Levy. Semulin is me. It's Ben Stark, Alex, Scott Iannata, Luca, Alias, and Ethan. All right, so Raph took an uncommon. It's likely not a blue uncommon. What I'm getting at here is I'm really thinking of taking the Fading Hope here to give Ben a very clear signal that blue is not open. I would love for him to see a pack with absolutely no blue in it. You'd bet on Alex forcing blue-black? It's possible. Like, the Sludge Monster's really good. The best card in this pack is between the Midnight Ambush and the Fang Blade. Yeah, I think the Ambush is the right call to make. But again, this is a tournament that I want to win, and we're going to draft a little bit differently here, right? If I'm playing on the ladder, assuming that the person I'm passing to can read signals is a big risk. Assuming that Ben Stark can read signals? Nah, he can read signals. He should know I'm trying to tell him, get off my blue cards. I'm going to do it again here too. Ben, I don't care what you draft as long as it's not blue. So this is the second pack Ben will get with functionally no blue cards in it. Now, I can pair blue with whatever. I don't care what it is. And this card is on par with Moonrager Slash and Eden Alive. The Audrix Outrider's a little bit better. But I just want to establish, you're going to pass me blue cards next pack, Mr. Stark. Or set myself up for failure and lose the draft. That can happen too. You never know. But this is my goal. This is what we're trying to do. Okay, the Storm Rider Spirit I don't care so much about. Like, you can have that. There's an argument here to take the Silver Bolt. But I think the Midnight Ambush is just that much better that we take it. So let's do that. And the draft will actually begin in the next pack where there's something and we're like, how did Luca, Alias, Ethan, and Raphael Levy not want this? I'm very well aware of what I passed here, yes. We passed solid black cards to Ben. He could very well be in black. I don't care. If black is... So here's the thing, folks. If Luca, Alias, Ethan, and Raph are not in black, we can get black cards in this pack and the last pack. We're heavy signaling to these players to get the F out of blue. And if they do, we will get rewarded. So this is an actual difficult pick for me because we've got Candle Trap, which I'm interested in, and the Storm Skrillex, which I'm also interested in. Good to see you, Elgave. This could be our notification that we could do blue-red stuff. I'll take a spin. The challenge again is they'll know exactly every single spell I have in the deck, so we'll have to be careful with what we play and how we play it. Right? Like, Fading Hope is not going to get anybody in this tournament. Not sure about this one, but still pretty happy to be in the blue seat, and I'm pretty happy with Flip the Switch. I guess we'll take that and see what happens. Sweatsuit is also Midnight Hunt. So we'll be doing 2 Midnight Hunt tournaments today, which is fun. Normally we do 0. Today we get to do 2. I like it. All right, we've got to start thinking about what else we might want to play here. Because, like, we've got a solid red card. We've got a solid black card. We're probably going to end up blue with the Sludge Monster, Revenge, and Flip the Switch. But what do we want to pair it with? What would be our best option there? If red's open, I could play this as a 2-drop, but it's not the 2-drop I want. I think the card that best keeps us open here is actually the Jack-o'-lantern, so if I need to splash something, I can. And I think this is the nod to, hey y'all, this is the last pack we've seen. This is pack 8. So Ben opened this pack and didn't want the dragon, passed it to Alex who didn't want the dragon, to Scott who didn't want the dragon, to Luca, to Alias, to Ethan, to Raph, and then to me. So literally everyone saw this and didn't want it, which I think means this is probably our lane. Now there was also a Candle Trap there, so I think what's actually the most open would be red-white. I don't think we particularly care about that because we've gotten into the blue-red angle. Now, normally you would think in blue-red spells you would want the Ardent Elementalist, and I'm interested in one, but I'm going to take the Assassinate, and I'm going to treat it as an Assassinate, not as a Narcolepsy. We're not really blue-red spells. I can cut the Storm Skrillex. We're blue-red stuff. There will be some spells in it, I presume. And this does still leave me the option to pivot out of this if I'd like. So Haunted Ridge would set us up for a splash if we want it. I don't know that I would splash Midnight Ambush, but the Ridge plus the Jack-o'-lantern means it's basically good to go. I'm also pretty interested in Electric Revelation. But if red's that open, I can find more. This gives me options. I'd like to have options. Foragers is fine. Dryad's Revival's pretty sick, though. I don't think I have any business being in green, though. And this is kind of a method for me to communicate to Ben that, hey, I'm in blue but not green, if he values the card highly enough, which he may not. I don't have to take it here. I would take it in a draft on just on regular play, but I need to win 2 games. I have to win 2 games or we're out of this event. So the entirety of this goal is draft a deck that can win 2 games. Now, Burn Down the House is a fantastic Magic card, and we're still going to take it. You need to understand that a lot of the value from this card is your opponent's overcommitting to it. And no one that I play against today will do that, because all of them will know that I have it in my deck. So we're not going to wrath a board with this, which does make a card like this less valuable. Doesn't mean we're not going to take it. It's still incredibly powerful. And I think we found our lane now. So we can sort of start thinking about things like this, and we've still got options, but so far this looks all right. Yeah, the 3/1/1s can do a lot of work. They're not bad, and that's probably how we'll need to use it more often. It's pod play with open deck lists, Java. This pack has a lot that I'm very interested in. Primarily the Festival Crasher, the Astronomer, and the Triskaidekaphile. Anyway, the Slash Wheels, unlikely. There's at least one more red player here. We're going to go with the Archivist and ideally wheel one of these 3/2 drops. Yeah, we were able to communicate to Ben to get out of blue and red. And presumably to Alex too if he was reading the signals. Also, Scotty and Luca are very good at reading signals. And they should know that it dried up quickly. So I was actually able to cut somebody out of blue. But I know I can do that here. Trying to do that on random ladder play, not too bright. This pack cannot have much for us. It has a Festival Crasher, which I think I'm interested in. The challenge is I don't think we're really going into a spell-heavy deck. But, you know, this is a fine serviceable 2-drop anyway. I like Revelation a lot. I do not need to take it this highly. This table is not going to make me take Revelations highly. I will end up with 1 or 2 Revelations in this deck, and it'll be fine. Fasty, thank you for the resub, my friend.
Sem swag.
Y'all spam some cats for Fasty, much appreciated. Seems like a pretty easy Triskaidekaphile. Need more 2s. Here's one with a Tactile Mana Sink. Let's go. But the type of drafting I'm doing here, I think, is really only something you can do in a competitive environment. That is a second Triskaidekaphile. There's some possibility we wheel the first one, but I think that unlikely. That's a solid 2-drop for us. Like, I would like an Evolving Wilds too, but I've already got a free splash for black. and pretty close to a free splash for something else if we want it. Like, we're looking for good 2-drops, and this is a solid one. Let's just grab it. Flip the Switch is going to be a little harder to represent too, just because, again, the open deck list, they'll be able to be like, oh, I wonder why Travis is holding up 3 mana on turn 4. It can be hard to play around something like Flip the Switch if you're behind. But if you're just a little bit ahead, you can make them choke on it. Every deck I've ever played that had a Harvest Triad Infiltrator in it was pretty terrible. But I've been relatively happy with Component Collector. Like, we've got a bit of a flying plan in this deck. And I may cut the Skrillex for the Stormrider Spirit, which feels weird, but we're just not really doing spells. We have some spells, but I don't think I'd call us a spells deck. That pack just doesn't have a lot of good stuff in it except for white. I think blue-white could have been quite good and may actually be what's open. So there's a guaranteed splash if I need it, or if I'm concerned about playables, we can take the Infiltrator. I don't think I'm that concerned about playables. I'll take this in case we need to splash something. This can also let me have access to really stupid things like a Naturalize in the sideboard that we play off of the Skull and a Jack-o'-lantern, which we really shouldn't have that. But again, full deck list is viewable. Sometimes you're like, I don't know if they have enough enchantments to bring this in, but we'll know. The Abomination's not bad for us at all. Cool. Get in there. It's making limited worse. I don't think I appreciated just how bad it was for limited. But it is reducing the skill level necessary to be good at limited, and there has to be a way to do a tournament like this without it. It's actually not a lot of decent green. It's a Candlelit Cavalry and 3 cards that you usually don't want to put in a deck. Silverbolt can be acceptable removal. It might even get main decked here. I'm trying to decide if we'd actually play the Sifters. I don't think we would. I don't have quite enough direct removal, right? Like, I've got Locked in the Cemetery. I'm going to need to play the Silverbolt. I don't think so, Dave. I think you could stream the draft portion. So why would streaming the draft portion mean that you can't do it? I think we'll play the Startle pretty happily. There's our Electric Revelation. Well, let me play this, and if you guys would like to discuss this at some point, we can talk about it. I have no idea. I don't know why everybody wants open deck lists. Another random 5 if we want it. It might be better than the Skrillex now, honestly. We're just not running that many spells. Yeah, that's an interesting conversation that I'd love to have when I'm not in a tournament. So let's save that one for later. We didn't wheel any of the 2-drops I wanted to from that first one, which is interesting. Do we have enough zombies to make use of Scab Wrangler? Because I think we're close. It's nice with the Falcon Abomination. We've got one Revenge, one Flip the Switch, one Startle. I think we do. I think we can get value out of this. It's also a hell of a pack for us. I should wheel something here, at least an Immolation or a Burn the Accursed. Sure, Andy, but in this format specifically, you kind of have to have zombies tacked onto your spells or you won't have enough creatures to get value from it. There's a lot of blue-red decks that can't run this. Well, they can, but it's just a glorified piker. So what I want to check for is, are our spells making enough creatures left over? And they are. Malevolent Kermit's pretty good, and we should wield this other dragon if we want it. Alright, let's get a Malevolent Kermit. But I do think that's the biggest thing that could improve competitive limited. Elementalist isn't really picking up anything crazy. It's probably still worth an include currently. It's interesting because you see the blue-red uncommon and you're like, oh, that'd be nice. And like, it's just worse than Revenge of the Drowned. The idea of people might cheat, so let's make it harder for them to cheat. I can't really think about that right now. I can play this Brigand. I mean, currently it's way better than that Elementalist. Yeah, I don't look at like a lock on your door as something that's actually going to stop someone from robbing you. It's just kind of a reminder, right? But at the same time, I'll put a lock on my door, but I'm not going to board my door up every time I leave. Yeah, it's kind of a friendly reminder to someone of, hey, maybe I shouldn't break in here. Now, it would be better if I nailed 6 boards over my door when I left and then pried them off when I got home. But that would also ruin my door and be really inconvenient. And I think that's what we've done here, is by trying to find a way. Okay, this deck is going very nicely. I'm happy. If this is it, we're good to go. We're just looking for upgrades from here. I think we've taken the route of let's board up the door every day and ruin our house. And I'm like, we could do this a little better. And yeah, it might be easier for somebody to cheat who really wants to cheat, but we would get them eventually. It might be a little harder to catch them, but we'd eventually catch them. The reason I like nibs is if I'm going to play the flip the switch, This at least means like I can have Electric Revelation, Flip the Switch, Nibblegas Intruder, or Startle, or Fading Hope. Like there's enough instance that my opponent can't just look at my deck list and know exactly what I have. To that end, if I can get another Flip the Switch in the sideboard, I'd love to, so they have to be afraid of playing around more. But wow, this is literally everything I could ever want. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Like this Curse of Surveillance is just better than Electric Revelation by a lot. So I think we're going to do that. I'm making room for the other dragon, which I plan on wheeling. This has value in the sideboard for a lot of different reasons. All right, we spun the Immolation, which I don't 100% know that we're jamming, but we could. This is the pack I wanted the other dragon out of, and I didn't get it.
What do you call a wizard that is bad at football? Fumbledry.
Thank you, Jess. Trying to give myself access to as many different things in the sideboard as I can. No, we're not looking to play mono blue. Why would you do that? Like, take out really good solid red cards to play Stormrider Spirits and Devious Cover-Ups and Secrets of the Key? No. That's bad. I would not do that. I don't think I want Unblinking Observer, but I might. It may actually be better than the Festival Crasher here, which seems crazy until you start to think about it. And I will invite you to think about it in just a moment, because I gotta go pee-pee. fumble door. I get it now.
What does garlic do when it gets too hot? It takes its clothes off.
I'm trying to decide what we main deck here. What are we kind of missing? The removal suite's not hot. I kind of want to run like 10-7 on the mana. Another instant really wouldn't be bad either, to make them kind of wonder what I've got. So there's some possibility that we should just be jamming Electric Revelation, and some possibility that I should just cut something like, oh god, maybe you cut Fading Hope, side in Electric Revelation, and just play 18. This deck's pretty happy to flood out. I've got cards that I can buy back. I've got a couple mana sinks. We've got the curse to draw more cards. I don't think that's crazy. I think that may be what I do. All right, I'm going to fire off the Stream Raiders battle for you guys while I get this deck imported and sorted, because that can take a minute sometimes. My goodness, it's difficult to adjust these. What did we figure out about that? You got to sideboard out all of the lands that it gives you? I think that's what we decided. Because Arena is having an issue with this. Orcish with the kills, Techno Shaman with the assists, rewards for Snus, and Fasty Dave. I'm just going to get y'all into this next one pretty quick. Because I think what I have to do is just get all of these lands out of here to try to make it not quite so clunky, because it's pretty clunky. It is actually getting better. So I can basically get away with 10-8. All right. Let's do the thing. What's up, Badu? We are playing in a tournament and getting ready for round 1. This is our deck. I think I'm pretty happy with it. That's no good. That could work. Agree. Hiya. It can be both. I'm trying to lead us to the best outcome of quickly closing this game out because we are out of cards. We've not the opportunity to play a long game. Whereas Luca has struggled to hit his land drops. So ideally, we will be able to tap whatever he plays here, smack him in the face for 7, turn this into a real 2-2, make a flyer, and close out this game quick. That hurts. Because that's all I had going. We're going to need to go deeper. He could have a spectacle thing. He's far less likely to have a reasonable blocker. It's better than a 3-4. But I guess I just turn it into a 2-2 and swing anyway, like he's dead. All right, so let's assume he has what I think he has, which is a fight spell. He would block here, fight that, and take 6, go to 1. And then what do I do? Probably not win. If he has it, he'll do it right now before I can draw a removal spell. Okay, I think we still go for it here. Like, he has to have something, or I think he'd have just scooped. Like, I'm not going to not swing team. All right, so it doesn't look like they actually have the deck list up yet. It does not. Well, I mean, it does make it not decayed for a second, but the trigger's already happened, so it's still going to die. Once the decayed thing goes on the stack, they're going to die. I didn't really see enough of his deck to make a determination. I did say after game 1. We just finished game 1. Unless they said game 1 but meant match 1. Oh, I don't see him. Oh, I know where they put him. Yep, that's where they put him. Oh, no, I don't want the VOD. There's supposed to be a link for the deck, and there isn't. Okay, there it is. I hate doing this, but sorry. I don't have quite enough time to read it and then make a good sideboard decision. So I don't think we're going to end up actually changing anything. Other than I'd really like to get this Fading Hope in here. I kind of can't though, but I can look at it now. Best thing he's got going for him is 3 Shadow Beast sightings. It's a very defensive deck. This would be better if I was on the play, but he doesn't have a lot of 2-drops. So he's not likely to come out aggressive at me. He could, but he's not likely to. I would imagine that's the case, Michael. They're getting us ready for Ant tribal decks. There's a world where I want to attack here, but it's pretty unlikely. I think this is actually what it looks like. I know he's going to look at my deck list and put me on Nibblegas Intruder, which is fine, and I do have it. But that means he won't think that I have the flip the switch, which I do have, or he will think I have it and then have to play around both, which can be incredibly difficult. Now, the problem is I missed a land drop, and that probably means we're dying. I really wish it didn't mean that, but it probably does. They are insects. There have been ants in Magic for a long time, though. I happen to agree with you, but we're not going to do complaining about the video game right now. I can't really do much with the extra mana off of the Foragers. I do get a free Silver Bolt in play, which is, I mean, something. If he misses a land drop, I'm going to Revenge of the Drowned something for sure. But this isn't going to get much better. Let's get our free Silver Bolt. That's fair, Marty. My apologies. But I am very much in the camp that open deck lists make limited worse. That said, it's still fun to play in a high-stakes environment. I am a little chilly. It's just free value right there. doesn't really have great big stuff other than a diagraph horde at the top end and a burly breaker. So like this is the best card he has. He can reanimate it a couple different ways. But it's Ward 1, right? Yeah, so we can just pay 4 mana and kill this. I think it'd be pretty happy. So I don't see why we wouldn't do that. This leaves him pretty much dead to a swing team, right? He might. He chumped around previously, so I need to make sure that he doesn't, and I don't care if he swings back. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. If I activate this and everything's +2/+0, I just need 2 things to get in, which I can do. So he's dead on board now. Unless I've horribly miscounted. Oh, because he double spelled, I can't do that. Okay. But I can bounce one of his dudes. It's 4 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'd take 4. I'm wondering if I can't get some value off of the Startle and Nibblegas this turn, though. And then just finish it next turn. His board's not going to get colossally better next turn. There's nothing he can draw that'll do that. I have the advantage of knowing what's in his list. And it's actually not a whole lot that matters. There we go. That was a good turn. So we're going to be up against Ethan next, and before we click go, we can look at his deck. So let's do that. He's on blue-white, mostly blue. So this is mostly card advantage. What does Blessed Defiance do? I don't even remember that card. Oh, that's the +3/+0 and lifelink card I don't like. He's looking to get me in the air. This looks really bad to me, other than for Organ Hoarders. I guess we're really leaning on the Sifters, too. Yeah, he's almost assuredly going to have a Sifter. So he's got 2 mana 2/3s that can grow over time. Okay. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Yeah, it's an open deck list. Everybody knows what I've got. I know what everybody's got. It affected how we drafted. It will certainly affect how we play. Lord Tupperware is awesome, a dear friend, a super nice guy. I just want to shout out as we're getting started here that he's great. Awesome content creator. He's helped me out a lot and just been awesome in every single interaction I've had with him. Ethan is very good people. This hand sucks. Let's keep it. He has to slam an Organ Hoarder here. Okay, he's got one counter spell in his deck. So if he's holding something up, it's either 2 copies of Revenge of the Drowned or a Flip the Switch here. There's also a Secrets of the City. He does have 2 Storm Raider Spirits. I mean, it's a lovely opportunity to double spell. And he is definitely holding something up. Okay, let's see what it is. Because if it's a counter spell, he should counter this. Yeah, those are 5 mana, so that's not what it is. But he chose to hold up 4 mana for something, which is presumably a Revenge of the Drowned. I think that's actually what he has. Yeah, I don't need this. I'm going to lock this little dude down. So he had whatever he's going to Revenge of the Drowned, he needs to do it now. He doesn't have another Nibblegast. We don't have to play around a second one. We know he only has one. It also strongly appears to me like he has the Flip the Switch too, and I'd way rather him use it here than on the Curse of Surveillance, so we're going to let him have that too. Because if I can land the Curse of Surveillance, we can catch up. There's no more counter spells in his deck. That's all he's got. Because his deck from here is basically Organ Hoarders, Little Flyers, and a couple of 3/3 Flyers. I guess I got to block now and leverage my card advantage. I can do that. I'm drawing 2 cards a turn. He ain't. Solid trade for us. Marty, thank you for the gift sub. Yeah, apparently he's drawing 3 per turn now. I'll spam some cats for J Marty. Thank you, my friend. Vanguard, thank you very much for all of the gift subs, my friend. Very generous of you, sir. He doesn't have that much more at instant speed to interact. If he doesn't draw his other Storm Rider Spirit, I should have him. Thank you very much, Thangarth. It's not very nice. He's drawn the other one, is what this means. I don't have to play around Startle. Neat. I have to get it with the burn down the house, because this card is another Storm Rider spirit and he's going to try to kill me with it. This is the last thing he has, I think, that can kill me. Well, he's got another Devoted Graph Keeper, which he hasn't played yet. He's played all of his Oregon Hoarders. Most of his interaction is gone. There's some incentive here to try to go for a kill. To play Burn Down the House and attack with this and the tokens, and then Revenge of the Drowned this on my turn. Which is pretty dang close to being able to kill him. I think I'm kind of interested in Revenging of the Drowning the Storm Rider spirit now, though. I guess that makes it really hard for me to burn down the house later if I need to. God, this is really difficult. All right, so let's say I do the plan I want to, which is I cast this and swing. What happens? I'd have to hold back the component collector. So he probably just takes 5. That's not going to work for me. What if we actually revenge this and then swing team? That'd be 3, 4, 5, 6 going at him. And then I could tap this on this turn. That might actually be the way. Oh man, this is terrifying. Yeah, he has one more Revenge in his deck, and if he has one here, I think he kills me. So it's not he could theoretically have one, it's he has one. Is it in these 7 cards or here? It's more likely to be here. If it's here, I think we win. If it's there, I think we're dead. Frack, he's got it. Although, if we put it on bottom, I still get to draw another card, because I know drawing this isn't going to be good. But if I draw my Nibblegast, we're actually still playing, right? So we took a gamble, it didn't work, but as long as we put that on the bottom, I do still get to draw another card. Nibblegast would save me. Baithook Angler want. I think it needs to be exactly nibs. If we'd taken the other route and tried to wipe the board, I suspect he bounces his own spirit and gets me with it. Like, I think he's winning this game one way or the other. No. You -2/-0 the zombie, chump block the 3/3. Okay, we're definitely fighting fire with fire. That's happening. He was trying to do blue-red too. I can tell on his sideboard. And may even sideboard into blue-red. Because he's basically playing just a few white cards. I think his red's better than his white, personally. Graham, thank you for the resub. Yeah, I'm thinking about the Skrillex too. I think it may arguably be better than the Dragon and a little easier to cast. I kind of still want the Dragon though, but like it's getting super clunky at 5. Yeah, I like the Dragon too. That's the challenge. I mean, I think I actually know what the answer is. Y'all gonna think I'm a little crazy. Let's see how crazy I am. There's a significant chance he switched into blue-red. I can't keep this hand. I would absolutely keep this hand if we're playing just regular MTG Arena game. Because over time, this hand will work out. But I don't need the best hand over time. I need to win this specific game. So we keep this. We cheat a little bit on the lands. But it's okay because we're playing 18 of them and we're going to cycle through a little bit. I think we just save the startle. I can always discard whatever I get that's worse. I think the random 2/2 sitting around can't be that bad. I guess I pitch an island here. I'm not thrilled about... Well, let's see what we draw first, but... Yeah, okay. We pitch an island. Because I may be able to get him just by going 3, 4, 5 when they're this strong. This is not a surprise. We knew he has a Nibblegast in the deck. It's fine. So what does he got here? +2, +0. All right, get me. This is the last time you get to get me. Because it's still dead and he's left with a 1/1 flyer. That's fine. As long as he doesn't have the counterspell here, we're good. And if he does... That was a hell of a draw, y'all. I ain't beating that one. We are officially in garbage time. I can't scoop, but I also can't really expect to win from here. That counterspell was too much. Could I have played around it? You ask? I don't think so. I don't think I'm supposed to when I know he has one copy. It's not like he sided more in. There's one copy. I don't think you would there. I mean, if you know 100% they have it, yes. But he did a pretty convincing job of not being able to cast the Graph Keeper, right? Let's say he passes and doesn't cast the Graph Keeper. Well, then we're going to think about it. But by walking into this trick and being like, who cares, get this thing out of the way, let's just clear the board for the 5/5 that will win, I can see how things got a little bad. I feel like this one's lost, but I'm going to try, see if I can get back into it. I need to win 2 games against Ethan or beat my next opponent to make it to the finals on Saturday. Well, we're not going to top deck burn down the house here. That is a kind of spoiler I'm okay with hearing. Thank you, Standard. Ethan is one of the coolest people I've ever bumped into. I cannot say enough kind things about him. He's a very good dude. And I'm a very dead dude. This kind of sucksers. I suspect he's got me here because this is going to get grip tided. Yeah, it's just, that was a perfect draw. That was an absolute perfect draw. I was not beating that. That's unfortunate, but it is creating the maximum amount of drama for you guys and gals. Because part of why you're watching is because I'm so handsome. But the other part is because I'm so good. But the third part is so you will be entertained. Are you not entertained? Because now everything's on the line. We win the next one, we make it to day 2, and we play for actual real American dollars. And if we don't, we're just losers. Are you not into trains? Chugga, 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 chugga. Woo, woo. So it looks like we will be playing Raph, and this is his dag. Well, Angel Fire is a card to look out for. Again, with open deck lists, we know he has to defend the Cletus. So if he attacks, and it's obviously like that and Clear Shot are kind of difficult to play around because like you're going to get got at some point. But single blocking a team and using your life total as a resource is really the only way to play around both of them. He's got an up dog, so if mana's open, it could be Clear Shot, it could be up dog, it could be defend the Cletus, it could be duel for dominance. But this mana's just nasty. Not much. What's up with you, John? So I think that's our biggest advantage here. All right, let's see what we can do here. I still think our best bet is his mana messing him up. So ideally an aggressive opener would be good for us, but we don't really have the option to mulligan this looking for an aggro opener. So we take what we get. I could have Dawnheart Mentor. I could have Updog here. I can attack into an Updog though with a Startle. That thing's annoying. Can't really block up. Okay, that Rejuvenator is actually pretty valuable to him. It kind of sucks to lock in the Cemetery a Hound Tamer and just leave him with that mana sink, but I kind of think I have to. I guess the other option is the Fangblade, but that just gets almost immediately Silver Bolted. But I guess if he's spending his whole turn Silver Bolting, I could be okay with that. So you know what? Silver Bolt. And he may even be incentivized to do that so that he can flip his own wolf. A Dawnheart Mentor is a bit of a problem, yo. We kind of needed to hit a land there. I'd say that's actively a problem for us. Now that we're here, how do we fix it? Probably by casting an observer and trying to use a startle to get him. But it's going to be difficult. Dang it. We may be losing this one. I don't want to lose this one. Frag. Okay, at least everything is on board here. He still doesn't really even have attacks. Okay, so what he's going to plan to do is use this Silver Bolt to kill my Fang Blade after I block and pump. What we need to figure out what to do is how to capitalize on that being his plan. God, it's so tough to get value off of the startle. Because I have to respond first. Yeah, this is not good for us. Unless he does it now. Okay. That's kind of best case scenario. Because it's dead, and we get to kill one of these things. So if I put everything in front of that, and he organizes it wrong, we might actually get to keep one, while taking a mere 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. Yeah, I'd say I like our chances. The actual answer is to kill this and try to start getting down on Coven, but I don't think we can do that. I'd need land into burning down the house and to be able to stay alive. Which is just not happening. Yeah, we startle anyway. Because I could literally hit land into burning down the house. I mean, if the mana comes together, his deck looks great. It's running a bunch of uncommons. The challenge is I don't know that the mana is going to come together that often. That startle didn't even really do anything. It fired it off somewhere else. But it's land. Can I stay alive? I think I might can. I can't let him have this, because that's lethal with trample. So it's going to have to be this. Yeah, I did that block wrong, Poog. It's okay. Yeah, I think he's still got me. Which sucks. Yeah, that wasn't going to work. Maybe if I'd done it the other way, it would have. Alright, I'm going to try to focus up, y'all. Because this is important. I would like to win this. The dragon's really good against him. Like, incredibly good. Immolation's pretty good, too. Immolation's really nice. Well, okay. I don't know that it's really nice, but I want one. Shardle is actually not blowing my mind. I think the rest of this I can keep. Yeah, I'll rock with this. This looks okay to me. I'm trying to anticipate what he's going to sideboard into as well, and it's not crazy for him to cut a lot of the white. I think we try this because I'm not going to have to discard to hand size. And it is one of the more aggressive starts we could get. There's a pretty big downside if we whiff though. Which is, I don't think a pair of Goblin Pikers is going to stop him. I think a 2-1 into a Flip the Switch might be quite good. He's not going to lose to land this one. Like, he'll hit green. He's also getting to loot too here. Yeah, he'll get out of it a lot faster though, Wallet. Like, we have to hit right freaking now. And we did. This is convenient. Yes, we're running 18 lands. You know what? I'll flip it. I believe he still has the land in something else. He's going to play a 3-1 is my guess. No? Just want to race? Okay. Let's do it. Whew. Okay. I gotta lower this curve a little bit. Not a lot of bit, just a little bit. And this is going right down to the edge. Need to know what the odds are. So we're under 50% to hit the island in 2 draws. I really would need the island here, because if we could go Observer into Revenge, I'm pretty happy. If I can't do that, I think we have to send this back. Now this is like a self-contained plan and way to get out of the card disadvantage. I can get behind this. Malevolent Kermit. Go, go. Alright, so the goal now is just to stay alive long enough to get to cast the burning down the house. Well, hopefully he just continues to play out things. I actually want him to cast more stuff, so I'm going to let him know it's free and clear. You can cast away, my friend. If he'd attacked with the 1/1, I'd have blocked it. Okay, here we go. You can either answer this, or I just burn down the house next turn. Because it would just be a 3-for-3 from here. But I can block some of this junk. And I will block some of this junk. I think I'm supposed to be still trying to set up the burn down the house. Kind of all I got. What is he thinking about? He's thinking about trying to kill me with a clear shot. Because he might be. Yeah, I think he's trying to decide if he's supposed to play around burn down the house or not. This isn't getting better. I need to take out that mentor eventually. But not right this second. I do too, Techno Shaman. I think we have just turned the corner.
Semtouch.
Thank you for the resub, Ags. They should have me read for the counterspell now. Y'all spam some cats for X. Thank you very much, my friend. He's got me read for the counterspell, which is kind of fine. I'm very likely to bounce that into turn, but I gotta be careful here, and we've got a little bit of life left to play with. He doesn't have much left. His last card's a punch. I can beat that. Otherwise, there's no bloody point making about it. I was pretty convinced his last card was Duel for Dominance or Clear Shot. But I feel like I can beat that. We just stay patient. I do have to turn the corner here in a minute, and I will. I thought it was an up dog. It was not an up dog. It's defend the Celestis. No, it's not defend the Celestis. It's gain 2. It was a duel for dominance he had earlier. You know what? Sure, that's fine. You want to go a little longer? We can go a little longer, buddy. I really want to get the curse down, but I want to make sure I don't die. But I think this is a turn to do it. I'm not going to mill out, right? No. Actually, this is going to be more useful going forward. So we've got 2, 3, what is this? 8, 9, 10, 11. Not quite lethal if I tap that, but this is going to need to get locked down. And I think I'm okay just doing this and killing him over the course of the next turn. I don't see anything with haste in his list, other than a Sunrise Cavalier, which isn't going to kill me. Whew. Man, I tell you what, we've gotten some 2-1s in Midnight Hunt, but that is one of the better ones. I'm very happy with that 2-1. Looks like we're streaming Catterday. Thank you very much to my patrons. Paul, Jesse, Punk, Rusty, Adrian, Hero, Joe, Jesse, Jacob, Scott, Fasty, and Rich. Thank you very much for supporting the content that I'm putting out on YouTube. If you'd like to become a patron, you can find a link below to my Patreon. You can see your name up in lights as well as get some other cool rewards. Thank you all very much. I'll see you next time.